It's time for Columbus Sports Live. Columbus Sports Live is presented by Mercy of Columbus. Also by
That's all you can ask for.
All right, everybody, welcome back out to Rocket Field this afternoon for some Titans softball. Second game of the year that we broadcasted. I don't know what the game order is for Columbus. I hope we're live. We haven't dropped any frames so far under a different resolution, which is okay. That's going to be a problem this sports season, is trying to figure out how good internet can actually be in certain locations. Problem is, I think we have one more away game and then it's all home. But if we just have to move it down a resolution, yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm checking on the resolution rate right now, and for some reason it has it about half screen. So we're going to be working through that as we try and get it resolved to get the best quality video for you guys watching at home.
Absolutely. Hopefully the audio's okay. Like I said, we've had trouble with that all year long, but I think we've got things figured out, especially in a time when sports are so viable to have a crowd night, because all you want is to hear that crowd noise every time a home run's hit or something like that. But anyway, Columbus at home taking on the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons in I believe a doubleheader. I think they're going to make some second game changes. Aubrey Saporito will start us off on the mound with her sister, Addison Saporito, behind the plate. Katie Mooney at third, Grace Major at first. I believe KT Lopp at short and Jalen Rodriguez on second base. And then I believe in right field, it'll be Harley Long. In center field, Katie Simpson. And then left field, Maddie Garcia. I actually am not sure. In fact, we'll check on that right now. I may have had them switched up in the outfield, but we'll find out.
Yeah, Maddie Garcia will be playing left field. I think you had it right. Harley Long will be in right field.
Yep. So we're all good there. And who's up to bat first for Pittsburgh? Maya Russell, I think. Yep. They always chant it in the dugout, so it's kind of easy to tell. And that was ball, a 1-1 count for Russell to start us off here in the top of the first inning.
Beautiful day for some softball. A little bit of wind blowing out to right center field. So a good day for some left-handed hitters today, Carson.
Absolutely. We'll have to see how that impacts, especially on the Titan side, because we've got a few kids that can hit some bombs. See if the wind will affect any of that. And Russell hit that one right to second base. Jalen will scoop it up and throw to Gracie for the first out.
Play is made at one for out number one. Out to bat, number 13, Heather Mowdy.
And that will bring up Heather Mowdy, number 13 for the Purple Dragons. Well, at least I know I can hear myself. Ball 1 to Mowdy. And she'll foul that one back into the net. Strike 1.
Yeah, that's a crucial part of high school softball and even baseball, just filling up the zone and making your opposing team put the ball in play. Doing a good job early.
That one. Yeah. For sure, Saporito with an impressive career on the mound for sure. I'm not sure if her, I know she's had several games where she's left the other team hitless, so that's always nice. And she swing through that one, strike 3 for out number 2.
Strike 3 for out number 2.
Yeah, I know you don't see a rise ball too much, but that ball seems to like rise a little bit. I don't know if it's just her fastball has that much life on it or if it truly is a rise ball.
Her and Gracie, man, on the mound all year. And that one hit. I thought it was going to go foul. Instead, it drops right into right field. Harley Long unable to get there in time. So that was Megan Johnston that stands up on first, according to the lineup.
Now up to bat, number 8, Maddie Burdick.
And that will bring up Maddie Burdick.
Saporito's done a really good job jamming hitters up inside and forcing them for weak contact. The first 2 hitters, even that hitter, Megan Johnson, it was weak contact to right field, so that's a bright sign. I mean, runner on 2 outs, though, still a chance to get out of this for the Titans.
Absolutely, and that ball kind of went almost at the right field line and then just kind of dropped.
Yeah.
1-1 count now for Burdick. And Johnston and Burdick, I know some notable names for Pittsburgh, including Maya Russell in there as well. So the top of the order for them, not only on the offense but on the defensive side, also have some ability.
Yeah, when they're getting jammed up there on the hands, it shows that they're a little bit late getting around on that fastball. So some of the velocity coming out of Aubrey Saporito's hands is causing them to get jammed up here.
Yep.
Early in the first inning.
2-2 count now, so we're even for Burdick, who's going to be behind the plate today for Pittsburgh. And that one high, straight out of the catcher's glove. And, well, that's not Megan Johnston, number 3. I'm not sure who she is.
Oh, that might have been my problem there. I might have read the score sheet wrong.
And out of a 4-1 count,
Now
I'm looking at
Burdick
Pittsburgh.
stands up.
Callie Terry.
I didn't click yes to change the video size.
Oh,
It's a half screen.
I got
So
you.
hopefully this can work here.
We'll see. Here, there's a mouse there if you want it.
I never use that thing 'cause it's just. We should be live again. It should. I hope that can resolve some of the issues there with
Hopefully.
the half screen. I mean, that's not very pleasing to see at home.
Well, that's for sure. Especially if you got one of those 60-inch flat screens. That looks a lot better.
Yeah, there we go. So it's good.
Well, even if we are dropping frames, the game is in full screen. So that's a plus. We're working it out.
Ooh. Well, they didn't miss anything at home. Nothing much happened for Pittsburgh Dragons in the top half of the first inning. It was a fly out to the outfield there.
Yep, left a couple stranded and couldn't get anybody to get home. Like we had it's how we like to start it off, and Katie Simpson will start things off for Columbus with Aubrey Saporito on deck and KT Lopp in the hole.
This is a Dragons team that plays really well all around. They ended up run ruling Girard 10-0 in the 5th inning, so they can play defense and they can hit the ball pretty well. So for the Titans, they're going to have to play a pretty clean game today, making solid contact, moving base to base, and in the field, like we saw in the first inning, just solid defense. It's going to take things like that to beat a team, and that's a good start.
Katie Simpson will hit that one into right center. And she'll easily get to first base, so a good start for Columbus. I know last year when Columbus played up at Pittsburgh, they split the doubleheader. I couldn't remember the exact scores off the top of my head, but I do know Columbus took game one like 8-1, and then Pittsburgh came rolling back in the second game. Columbus' only loss on the season comes to Baxter in a 8-6 loss.
It's going to be a really competitive CNC, both on the
sure.
softball and baseball side.
No question about that. And Simpson will barely get to second. It was a close call, but she advances. And that was ball one to Saporito. So 1-0 count to start.
Titans looking to play a little bit of small ball early, try and get their first run scratched across.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we saw in the Baxter game a couple of weeks ago. We started off hot, and then Baxter capitalized with a grand slam, and Titans scored a couple of runs there in the bottom of the seventh, but couldn't get anything else, and fortunately lost that game. Seems like Baxter's one of the teams in the CNC that are kind of underestimated because of, I don't want to say lack of performance, but just how we play them in other sports. But Baxter's got a pretty good spring roster, especially on the softball side. They were playing for a regional title last year. 2-2 now for Saporito.
Yeah, you best believe we're going to see a lot of doubleheader splits between a lot of CNC teams this year.
Well, for sure. Frontenac splitting with Girard last night, and that one will go right past second base, and Katie Simpson will run hard for home, and she gets the first one on the board for Columbus. And Saporito will stand up on first.
That's exactly the start you want if you're the Titans. Have a good plate discipline. The first two hits of the game are actually, that one went opposite field. She knew what she was doing. She hit the pitch where it was pitched and was able to drive in a run there. Clutch first run.
It's an 0-2 count for Lopp. And she's had a couple of bombs this year. That one high. High into the right, ball one.
Still no outs this inning, so possibly a big inning brewing for the Titans.
Seems like we always try to get started off strong, and Saporito tried to take off for first as the ball went out of the catcher's mitt, as that's now a 1-2 count. I don't know how the internet's going to cooperate. We'll still try to figure this out.
Well, you know, I'm looking at it right now. The quality isn't too bad. I'll keep an eye on that just to make sure that.
Well, sometimes when we drop frames, you can still hear the audio. The stream just pauses for a minute, so I'm not sure. And that one hit right past second base again and bobbled in center field. Sapp advances to second. Lopp will stand up on first. So after an 0-2 start, Lopp ends up on first base, and now Gracie Major will take the plate. We kind of run a little bit of statistics on her. She's averaging up. Gracie's typically in that second game, and she'll hit a pop fly out to center field, and there it is.
There it is. You said it. The wind's blowing right out there to right center, right field. Big start right there.
College is already looking at her, and she's a junior. So that'll make it 4-0. So there, number 24.
Now up to bat, number 24.
Certainly not a bad start, as I'm not sure of the Pittsburgh head coach name, but he's going to take
AJ Terry. That's what I was going for on the score sheet. AJ Terry out there, no outs still.
Pittsburgh. You know, she's a name that you kind of look at. 5A for Pittsburgh. Although I think they are one of the smaller 5As in Kansas. And that's ball one to Mooney. Looked like a good pitch from Johnson. I don't know. We'll take it, I guess. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
That one low, ball two.
Ball two, 2-0 now.
So Johnston in the midst of trying to figure out that strike zone. I'm not sure if she's, just a little bit of nerves trying to figure out the wind situation. A lot of factors.
Well, now
go
Katie
into play.
Moody has a
3-0.
hitter's count.
Yep.
Best believe she probably has a take sign here.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Take that walk to first. And there it is. That'll bring up Jalen Rodriguez.
0-0, Jalen Rodriguez.
Now, she can also hit it pretty hard, but I don't know, with the wind playing a factor today, I'm not sure if her hit percentage is going to be down or not, and that one low. I think Johnston on the mound struggling a little bit early on.
Johnston brings some pretty good velocity to the plate. We haven't got to see too much of her off-speed pitches yet because she's been down in a lot of counts.
And that one, it was a throw from short to second, bobbled by second base. The runners stand up. And Katie Mooney kind of trapped between second and third, but no pressure added, so Mooney will just walk back to second.
Number 7, Patty Saperito.
As we've got a Gus Nato going on with the dirt in the field. I don't know about the whole turf situation. I know Frontenac just turfed everything this year, and Girard's got turf.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the look of a natural field.
On days that aren't windy, when it's windy,
right.
it's dirt all in your face. You got the wind blowing. I don't think it's not too bad for us. I mean,
especially and now we've got the factor that Columbus hosts softball regional. So if it rains about 2 or 3 days out, we're gonna have some work to do to get this field in shape.
That's why they invented quick dry.
Yeah. Or you can always go to Pitt State. 1-1 count for Addie Saperito. I think I didn't get to play her freshman year, but I think other than that, she's been behind the plate every time. And that one kind of bobbled, and runners advanced to second and third.
That's a big pass ball for Titans advancing on the base paths because that takes away the double play ball for Pittsburgh. After they had a chance to get the lead runner out there on the last hit by Rodriguez, they couldn't do that, and now it puts 2 runners in scoring position instead of 1 and eliminates a double play ball.
Right, they tried to go for second and couldn't. It was a bobbled throw between short and second base, and that's a 3-1 count.
2-2 the count.
Oh, nope, 2-2. Scoreboard had it wrong. It's my fault. Should have watched the umpire. Saperito will foul that one back off to the awning.
I mean, for Saperito, a ground ball somewhere to shortstop, second base, really anywhere up the middle is going to score one. There's a big gap right there between shortstop and second baseman.
Yeah, anything at a sacrifice at this point would be nice, considering you're up 4. And Addison will hit that one, and it's not caught, and runners are going to try to run it out. Katie Moody gets there with plenty of time. Pittsburgh's outfield not really adding any kind of pressure. I figured that would have been a harder throw there to get to home, try to beat Mooney, but instead they just kind of stuck it out. Makes it 5-0 with runners back-to-back, 1 in scoring position, and now Taryn Billings will take the plate.
Really good start for Columbus. They've really jumped on Pittsburgh here early, and Pittsburgh, they just haven't came out like aggressive. They like diving on plays, running after balls, trying to throw people out at bases. They just haven't made the extra effort so far. We'll see if that continues.
It's kind of what we were talking about just a second ago, how they're not really adding anything, especially in the outfield. It seems like anytime anything goes in the outfield, they're not trying to run and dive for it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a 1-1 count for Billings. Jalen thought about going for home, but decided to stick it up third.
Backstop's a tough read because it either hits the net and it bounces right back.
Oh, yeah. And,
safe.
Wow, nice catch. But Jalen's safe at home plate, so we do get the first. Are they calling Taryn safe?
Yeah, First
Okay.
baseman pulled her foot over there.
Oh, dang, I didn't see that. I thought
Right.
they got the out at first. They tried to go for a double play, couldn't get either of them. So 6-0.
Number 9.
That was a good read by Jalen Rodriguez over on third base. Not going hard hit to third base. She would have been hosed if she went home. And Billings running that out got her safe. Wind might have affected a little bit.
Yeah, that was a bad call on my part. I thought Taryn was out at first.
Yeah, she had gotten pulled off the bag trying to go get the ball. The throw was a little bit out towards right field, so
Yeah, it's a rough one for Pittsburgh. Trying to go for the double play and you can't execute anywhere. 0-1 count now to Garcia. And Taryn going to try to run for second. And Saporito will score. And Taryn's safe, I guess. I guess they stepped, and coach is arguing. The ump is. I don't know how anyway possibly she could have been safe because I mean the runner was on the bag anywhere time before, and now the coach is arguing.
I think he might be going out there to argue saying she has to slide on that because anytime it's a close play, there's some rules saying you got to slide on a close play to avoid any player injury. That might be what he's going out there to contest, but
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
but it's hard to contest. It's
I figured she would have been out anyway because the second base had the ball way before. It might have been Short that had the ball way beforehand.
right. It's more of a judgment call. We had a play like that last night when we were doing the Frontenac and Girard baseball game, and it was a play the coach came out and argued that the Girard first baseman pulled his foot, and they ended up overturning it. I don't know if there was significant evidence. There was really no explanation to it, but it got overturned, which you don't see very often. And
Yeah, and that was a big game last night. Between
right.
Girard and Frontenac, and that one hit way out of here, almost in the playground by Maddie Garcia. So it's an even count for her. As hold on to your hats. Got a little tornado there around center field. Now it's a full count. Yeah, Frontenac kind of walked up over Girard last night in the baseball side, split on the softball side, handing Frontenac their first loss. And that one hit out in right field, out of bounds. So still full count for Garcia.
That's what you want to see from an 8-hole hitter, battling off with 2 strikes, just spoiling the pitcher's best pitch and trying to find something that you really like. The more pitch you see, the better chance you have of getting on base somehow.
Right. And that one low, so a 4-2 count.
Now to back.
Garcia will take first.
Number 17, Katie Simpson.
And we may have a change in pitching here.
Yep.
Coach Terry going to come out and talk to his squad a little bit. I'm not sure if they're going to change anything or not. Would take a commercial break, but these meetings on the mound can take 10 seconds or they could take 2 minutes. You never know. It's like with injuries in basketball. They could look down and out, and they could be up in 30 seconds, or they could be on the ground for 2 minutes. So
I think we got a change that's coming here. You got to think they got to make a change. I mean,
I was about to say it's 7-0 and
Yeah.
no outs.
right.
So that is 16.
She came out of the dugout. I'm going to pull up the roster here real quick. So Rory Hunsleeker, sorry. She's going to be now on the mound for the Dragons. And it looks like they're going to send Megan Johnson's going to stay in the field. We're not sure where yet. But an early change head coach A.J. Terry was not wanting to make. Very unexpected.
Yeah. Well, and Megan's typically a pretty good pitcher. So
Right.
I think it's a little surprising that she's getting a rough start here in this one.
And some days with softball and baseball, you just don't have your best stuff, and that's the end of the line for you today. I mean,
Yep.
it doesn't change who you are as a player. It's just you can't have your best pitches every day, and today wasn't Megan Johnson's day.
Right. goes the old saying that's especially true. It's true in every sport, but especially here in spring when you get into baseball and softball. That any team can beat any team on any given night. We kind of saw that with Columbus and Baxter. Especially last year, Columbus and Baxter fought each other in the regional tournament on the softball side, and Baxter won that game in an upset. And there is no doubleheader when you get to regional, so. Come late May, you want to be a first game team for sure. Back to the top of the order with Katie Simpson.
So Johnson will give up 7 earned runs, still has.
She'll put herself, I think
players
it's
on
shortstop. I think that's her number.
Yeah, that's where she's at. She'll leave 2 on, though, so a chance at 9 earned runs. But, I mean, it wasn't a whole lot of errors. There might have been one play there, the flip from shortstop to second base. It could be marked an error. I'd probably mark it an error.
Right.
But other than that, Columbus was hitting the ball well. They were being selective in pitches, and they noticed that Johnston wasn't in the zone much and were even more selective. So props to them.
Oh, yeah. And Simpson will take a walk with a 4-0 count.
Now to bat, number 14, Aubrey Saporito.
He's got runners on all 3. Aubrey Saporito will take home plate. One thing I've loved about doing baseball and softball is the walk-up music is completely different.
Right.
And sometimes it's interesting to see what kind of walk-up songs some of these girls want. That's strike 1 to Saporito. Still no out, so Titans have a little bit of wiggle room here in the bottom of the first. But if this is the way they're going to play, we're either going to have a 5-inning game or Pittsburgh is going to have to make a huge comeback coming up.
Pittsburgh's really struggled, both pitchers so far. I mean, for Hunziker, she hasn't been in the game too long, but she struggled to find the zone too. There she finds the zone.
So 1 and 2 now for Saporito. So she's starting to get the hang of it. Definitely a little faster than what Johnston was doing previously. But with the wind playing a little bit of a factor today, finding the strike zone might be a little tough, and Sapp will foul that one back near the playground. That'll be an even count for Sapp. I say now just load the bases and let Gracie come up and hit another bomb and get a grand slam. That's what I'd do. Of course,
Pittsburgh's already got the infield in here in the first inning.
Right.
They're going to ring her up there.
That will be out number 1. So it looks like they're finally making some work here on Columbus. KT Lopp now at the plate. See if she can change things. Runners on all 3, and she'll hit that one right to third, throw to home for the out. Still got runners on all 3, but 2 outs now. So you went from plenty of wiggle room to now no wiggle room. But I think Columbus's strongest hitter now up to bat. Are going to work. You know, we're trying different things out. First home game for us, but Grace Major with the nice hit, got 2 runs in. Kind of much went right to the tip of center field and just dropped. Go home. Major at second, Katie Mooney at the plate. Yeah, it's going to drop in frames.
Yeah, it's doing it again.
Immediately. That one tipped right to the catcher, and Mooney kind of walked it off. She knew that was about it for her.
Very good job spoiling the pitch there, and she earns herself Another pitch to live another day.
We've got a 1-2 count now. We'll try things again. Katie Moon. And that one hit right to second. And that one hit right to second, and a pretty easy throw. And that will get the third out finally. But Titans with an impressive start, 9-0 over Pittsburgh. Purple Dragon. All right, we're changing things again. Just bear with us. We'll figure things out here. We've had worse internet problems. But I just don't know why the phone hotspot didn't work. It doesn't work now when it worked up at Baxter. That's what we ran on the entire time. Oh well. I would like to thank the phone company. They've set us up with hopefully some. It might work better on the baseball side. And it might just be because of the resolution. We're having troubles with that. We'll get this all figured out. We've got Colgan for baseball coming up on Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. It's usually on a Monday, but I couldn't tell you the exact date. And then we've got Gerard for softball. Lockout?
Yeah.
We'll go with that. That will bring up Sierra Nearing. She'll swing. That's okay, though. Sometimes basketball's a game where you can only have one. Sometimes it's nice to have one person.
Yeah, there's
so
a lot
much
of
to talk
action.
about. And as soon as I call a timeout, you got to go to a break, and it's just softball's much more relaxed most of the time.
Another good pitch by Saporito. She doesn't play no games. Whenever she catches the ball, she goes up there. She's ready to pitch. She almost doesn't even let the batter get set. And here comes another one.
Yeah. Coach's daughter, she's been doing this for a long time.
Doesn't give the batter no time to think about what's coming next.
That's right. And, you know, I'll try to get some stats from Coach Sapp tomorrow and see what's going on so we can actually bring us some of those. And that one unfortunately missed by third base. Nice hit there by Cosins.
Yeah, Cosins. Alicia Cosins. She's playing left field for the Dragons.
So she'll stand up on first, but 2 outs
That Dragon
already
outfield
for Pittsburgh.
had a long first inning out there.
Oh, yeah.
Columbus was just peppering that outfield.
And there's a hit right to shortstop. KT Lopp will just tag second base, and there's the third out. So Columbus makes quick work of Pittsburgh here in the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom, try to figure things out on the offensive side. Maybe get 9 more runs.
Yep.
We'll figure it out. We'll take a break, and we'll come right back here on Columbus Sports Live. Well, we'll see. We're back
Bounce back, 0-0, Jalen Rodriguez.
on the phone. We'll see how many times we have to restart this. We'll make a counter at the top of the screen.
This is going to be the last time.
We'll bet on that. Ball 1 to 0-0, Jalen Rodriguez. Starting us off for Columbus in the bottom of the second. And that one might hit the awning.
Right on that pitch.
Strike 1 after the foul ball right behind us.
Very not. One of the best pitchers for Pittsburgh out of the game. I don't know much about her, but you've seen her pitch a couple times, and a great hitting display by Columbus. Looked like a batting practice there in the first round.
Yeah. We were
But
trying to run an offensive clinic.
I'll tell you what, Megan Johnson, she was bringing some velocity to the plate. She just couldn't find her location.
Right.
And that's really what hurt her, is the discipline of the Titans. They were being smart at their at-bats, and when they saw something in the zone they liked, they took advantage of it and ripped it and hit it hard.
Right, it seemed like every time Johnson threw a pitch, it was all over the place. It was most often low, but sometimes it would be low to the right, and then she even had a couple of high pitches that were bobbled by the catcher there. You know, I don't think I think she's only a sophomore, maybe even a freshman. So I'm not sure if I think she's a sophomore, because I think I remember her last year.
I don't know. I hear some goat noises coming on from the Columbus dugout. I don't know if that affected Hunziker's pitch there, but maybe it had a factor.
That's we're infamous for our dugout jungle, and Rodriguez will walk to first base, 4-2, the final count for her, and that will bring up.
They are patient.
Saporito.
Number 7, Hattie Saporito.
Shows that they're a real team. They're not selfish. They're not trying to swing 3-1 in a count. They just want to do whatever's best to get on base, get in scoring position, and score runs.
Right.
Which is a great thing to see. Because there's some players you'll see that just want to make their stats look good, but that's not the case here with the Titans.
Oh yeah, no.
That's what allowed them to score.
We've got
9.
several kids going to college already to play softball, so I think at this point it's all about trying to get a team effort and actually go to the state tournament.
Yeah.
Get your senior season, your final season in high school as a good one. And that one's going to be hit.
It's going to affect it.
Oh, nice catch there in right center. Bring up the first out for Columbus, and I don't even think Jalen moved. I think she was just kind of figuring that one was going to be hit, or caught, excuse me.
Taryn Billings.
And that will bring up Taryn Billings now to the plate.
That ball was hit well, and the wind carried it a long way, Carson. That just, it wasn't hit like right on the best part of the bat, but that ball went a long way. It was high in the air and carried.
Yeah, if she would have just gotten a little more power in that swing, that thing might have been a home run.
Yeah.
It's darn close. Caught it right near the, I don't know how long this field is, but assuming it's 200 mark.
I don't know about you, but I'm glad I didn't park out there in right field today.
That's right. And that's kind of the problem with our outfield, is that we have so many people that like to sit there and watch and get the full view. Unfortunately, they might be in for a little bit more than that. They might get a nice green ball to the head or to the windshield or something like that. I think I've seen that happen before.
Maybe a souvenir, but it comes at a price.
That's right. A nice hit by Taryn. It'll go between third and short, and she'll get on first. And Rodriguez advances to second, and we'll bring up Maddie Garcia.
This is a hitting display so far by these Titans.
Oh, yeah.
They came to play today.
Like I said, trying to do an offensive clinic here. Trying to do what Galena boys do in basketball.
Well, what's helped Columbus so much, it's not like they've had a bunch of hard hit balls in the gap, just scoring 9 runs. They've just went base to base. They've taken their base when it was given to them. They've hit the ball solid, and they've found holes. And they've just been up there with good approach, looking for their pitch, and they've been able to take the pitch where it was thrown to them.
And that's the thing about, baseball and softball, is that it's a steady game, and it's a lot about just, working through your order. And strategy plays a big part in this game, but it's not as fast-paced. It's slow, and you can work around some people.
Yep.
And they've already tried to do that, as we've had a pitch change already for Pittsburgh. So a 1-2 count for Garcia.
Yeah, I mean, this is second inning. This is...
I don't know what we changed, but we haven't dropped any frames yet.
Oh, knock on wood. But for Columbus, this is almost their second time through the lineup, and we're only in the second inning.
Yep.
So that means they're seeing a lot of pitches, and when they see a lot of pitches, they can report back to the dugout what they're seeing and when they're seeing them in counts.
Yeah.
Kate Simpson.
And really, we haven't seen a whole lot of off-speed. I mean, both the Pittsburgh pitchers, between Megan Johnson and Rory Hunziker, they've been having to battle back in counts.
Right.
There's a good hit.
And that was not caught. Dropped right in center field between the Titan and the softball signs, and that will score Jalen Rodriguez. Taryn will end up on third, and Simpson will get a double out of the deal, so double digits for Columbus here in this one. Kind of make a quick work of Pittsburgh. I was a little shocked. I know they had a good first game the last time these two teams played last year, and Pittsburgh came back in the second game and won, but Columbus typically a second game team, and what'd you say, Girard lost to Pittsburgh 10-0?
Yeah, Girard got shut out by these Dragons, so definitely a completely different team we're seeing. I didn't see that game. I just ended up seeing the final score over there on Girard Sports Live.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we can get some regional coverage of both baseball and softball. This hotspot, the way it's working now, this is probably what we're going to have to rely on, but hopefully we can get that regional coverage for softball coming up here in late May, and then Girard will host baseball. That's kind of the nice thing about this network, is that you can have multiple channels cover for you in need time, so hopefully Girard will get baseball all sorted out. And there's a hit by Saporito right to third, a long throw to first, and they got her for the third out. That will take us to the top of the third, with Columbus now up at 10-0. Only one run scored, but they got plenty of wiggle room here, especially with the way they're making quick work of Pittsburgh on the defensive side. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back here with the top of the third inning after this.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburgh, or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back. Maybe. If I can get myself turned up a little bit here. Maybe. I don't know if I can hear myself. I'm being completely honest with you.
Up to bat, number 2.
This might be what I have to turn up. Yeah. My own volume was down. It scared me for a minute. I was like, I hope I didn't just screw up the audio now. Turn that all the way up, as the wind's going to be nice and pick things up for us here. Back to the top of the order with Pittsburgh now. Ryan Russell at the plate. There comes the hit. Wind in full effect. I can't even hear myself talk. 2-0 count. Turn my mic volume a little bit. And Russell with a nice hit in the center field, but it's caught. And that'll bring up the first out for
Now to bat, number 13, Heather Mowdy.
Pittsburgh.
Ball just hung up in the air.
Heather Mowdy. So 10-0.
Saporito hasn't shown any signs of weakness so far.
Yeah, and I actually thought that was going to be a strike myself. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Guess just a little low, and that one will be hit. That's a nice hit from Pittsburgh. That's Mowdy. And Katie Simpson couldn't find it, and she'll get a double out of it.
That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah. I don't know which one I am of that.
I think you're over here.
25, Megan Johnston.
Oh, Pittsburgh threatening for the first time this game now.
That's right. They've only got one out and somebody on second. And that one, that was a nice hit if it would have went actually inside, but
It was a hard hit check swing there.
oh yeah, that's for sure. Went near the Pittsburgh dugout. So strike one to, only I can see the number, Megan Johnson. And that's a pop fly right to Harley Long, and she'll catch it for the second out.
That wind affected that one a lot too.
Oh, yeah.
That ball was hit straight up. I thought second base was going to take charge of that over there at second base. Jaylee Rodriguez thought it was hers, and that thing flew out to routine right field.
Yep.
But either way, 2 outs now for the Titans.
That one kind of tipped back. It'll go foul, so strike one. And I hope we're not getting the whole crowd mic full of wind here.
Might be one of these microphones here.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I think this is me and I'm turned up all the way. I'm having a hard time hearing myself, I feel like, because of the wind. Oh well.
Yeah, that's part of these spring sports. There's going to be a lot of wind when you play.
And Pittsburgh will get on the board and move past third base as the wind's going to take control. Katie Mooney went to dive for it, couldn't get it, and it was bobbled by, I think, Maddie Garcia in left field.
Yeah, there was going to be a serious play at home if there wasn't a bobble out there in left field.
Unfortunately. Felt like we could have connected on that one. Katie Mooney didn't go for the diving catch, but couldn't get there in time. Tried to stop it before it went into the outfield. Now bring up number 14, Callie Terry.
Yeah, there was going to be a serious play at home. Okay.
Sounds better there than it does in my headset.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, Pittsburgh finally on the board, 10-1. So they've got some 2 outs. They've got some work to do if they're going to even have a chance at crawling back into this thing. But
It looked like some kind of off speed. It had some, I don't know if it's called a slider or just a curveball in softball, but definitely curved from the middle of the plate way outside. A lot of movement.
and there's a nice hit, and Harley couldn't connect. I think the sun might have had a factor in that one. Even with the shades on, the sun can still play a crucial role, and Pittsburgh will get another run in. I think at this point, Coach Sapp in the dugout's probably thinking, they've only got 2 runs. We're still up 8. They got 2 outs. Try to let our crew figure this out on their own.
Yeah, that. I mean, for Aubrey Saporito, she's doing a really good job of filling that zone up still. Gets out of the jam now. Only 2 runs harmed.
Yep, and that was caught by Katie Simpson in center field for the 3rd out, so that will take us to the bottom of the 3rd. The Titans still up 10-2. Pittsburgh finally on the board, but can Columbus answer back? We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back with more action from Rocket Field after this.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Well,
Welcome back to Rocket Field. We're into the bottom of the 3rd inning, I think.
Yeah, we got bottom of the third. I hadn't changed that deal yet.
18, KT Love.
And scoreboard's all manual now. It's a bit of adjustment from going into everything just automatically switching out.
Well, Lop, she's had herself quite the game so far, and we're only in the third inning. We'll see if she can continue that here.
Yep, she's been on both times. She's been a bat. And that is a 2-0 count to start.
Looks like everybody's playing pretty straight up. Right fielder might be playing a little deeper than regular depth, but that's as expected with the wind today.
I was getting ready to say that. Wind's going to play a big factor in the positions of the outfield, especially with the hard hitting that Columbus can have. And that's a 3-1 count for Lop. Oh, now the wind's died down a little bit. It's actually pretty nice out here. And that one fouled back near the Pittsburg dugout, so a full count.
Op was on that one. She just couldn't get her hands through the zone quick enough there.
Yep. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and Lop will foul that one kind of right down the third base line. So she'll take another crack at things here.
This wind might be going so much we might need a re-chalk for the next game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough.
Pop fly. Johnson bobbles it.
Batter 6 first.
That was a tough play, but
Now to bat, number 4.
for Pittsburgh in that situation, that's when communication's crucial. This is one of the most important sports. Baseball and softball to have communication, and those are the hardest plays to make. When you got the infielder running out and the outfielder running in, you got to have the best communication there.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. It looked like there was a bit of miscommunication between shortstop and left field as to who was going to catch that one. They both kind of ran for it. Johnston went for it, but unfortunately bobbled due to the miscommunication. Major now up to bat with an 0-1 count.
Ooh.
That one kind of tipped off the catcher.
Yeah, that one got all the catcher's mask there. Might want to take a little break there.
Coach Sapp going to try to settle down Gracie. Like we said, Gracie probably one of, if not the strongest hitter for Columbus right now, and a junior. There's a prominent career ahead of her, and her senior season's going to be huge. You already know that, but this team has much wanted a state tournament appearance, and unfortunately that one's caught by Johnston. So she redeems herself from the last play, but Lop's still up on first.
Now to
Comes
bat,
about number
24, Katie Mooney.
Now Katie Mooney up to bat. Columbus in their third round of the batting order.
Yeah, they're seeing quite a bit of pitches in this game. The more you see pitches, the better that's going to be for the team hitting ball.
Most of those have really come from Johnston back in the top
Yeah.
or the bottom of the first. Mooney with a 1-0 count.
Hunziker's limited the damage since she's been in because Johnson was responsible. What would we say? She left the game 7 earned runs and she had 2 left on base, so she's responsible for 9 of those runs.
Yep.
And Hunziker has one of the earned runs, so Hunziker's done a good job coming in, settling the game down, and finding her own groove.
Yeah.
After the rough start for Pittsburgh.
And that's what you got to do. You can't freak out. You can't start, losing control. I've seen games where you've come back from a deficit like this.
Yeah, I just saw a game last night. 13 runs in top of the 5th inning is what Frontenac put on Girard baseball team. So
It was a
Columbus
4-0 game.
4-1, I think. You gotta stay locked in if you're team up 8 runs because it is a long game.
That's for sure. I don't know if my mic's dying or what, but nothing I press here. Oh,
There we go.
that's a little better.
I got you.
I just don't want to blast any eardrums out, and that one
Down.
was bobbled by center field, and that will advance Lopp and Mooney. They got runners in scoring position, 1 out. Jalen Rodriguez. I think she can do some work. She's been on base every time that she's had the opportunity to be, so she's got some, preferably, stats-wise, I'd rather have Gracie at this position, but I think Jalen's going to do just fine in trying to bring somebody home here. Hopefully.
1 out. Just something on the ground here.
Right.
It's a big gap between short and second base right now.
Yeah, and I think Titans can hopefully take a little bit of note of that.
They're playing regular depth about, but
Especially if you can hit it just to the right of the pitcher on a ground ball, and there's kind of a pop fly hit to left field. Bring it for the second out, and here comes Addie Saporito. She likes to bunt it. Now is really not the time with 2 outs. So now you need a pretty powerful hit here. It can be a grounder, but it needs to go in the outfield.
Needs to find a hole somewhere. Even that right field line looks good. Just turn on a ball, turn and burn.
That's right. That one's ball 1. Yeah, this brings back sights to a Cherryville game a year ago where the dirt and things from their softball field was just getting in my eyes, and the computer that we had last year was never the same color after that game. There's a pop fly in the center field, caught for the 3rd out.
Number 3.
So similar hits in different portions of the field. Columbus leaves a few stranded. We're going to head to the top of the 4th inning with Columbus still up 10-2. Let's see if their defense can go to work and stop any more runs from Pittsburgh. We will take a 1-minute break. We'll come back with more action from Rocket Field after this.
As one of the oldest banks in southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated. Exchange State Bank provides quality customer service supporting the growth of local businesses, agriculture, and the financial needs of families in the community. With competitive savings and loan products, online banking and mobile deposits, free debit cards, and more, Exchange State Bank is working to earn your business. To earn more, call 620-429-1873 or visit esbks.com. Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking, you're banking with friends.
We're back here. 10-2 right now.
I think they just said 1 for 7. So I'll check out the roster and see what that substitution is we got.
I'd say 1 is not in the original batting lineup, and neither is 7. Oh yeah, she is. That's
so
near.
Sydney Neville will bat for Sierra Deerling. That's what we got. This is the 7 hole that's getting pinch hit for.
Well, we lost the page, but
there's got to be some. There we go.
Try to find something to hold that down with. Seems like every time we do a softball game, the wind has got to be outrageous.
Well, that's part of southeast Kansas. When you live in Kansas, you're going to play spring sports. When it's outside, it's going to be windy. I don't think we've had a game yet that hasn't had winds. This might be some of the higher winds we've seen, but a lot of them have had pretty good winds.
Well, when you're playing spring sports, you can also go through every season in a spring season. You can go through fall, winter, spring. Some games, especially as you get closer to May, are just outrageously hot.
I agree with that 100%.
And Mooney looking to catch it, and she does. Nice hustle play there by Mooney to get the first out, for Pittsburgh.
Columbus has played hard since the first pitch here. I haven't seen very many weaknesses. Done a good job on the offensive side, getting runners on, getting them in scoring position. They brought 10 runners across the plate so far. And on defense, they've thrown strikes. Saporito's filled up the strike zone, and they made the routine plays. And that's all you can ask. I mean, the spectacular plays, they come, but you can't ask for those to come every game.
Right.
And they've done all the right things right so far. That's what gets Columbus this 8-point lead in the fourth inning.
Yeah. Softball's a sport about doing all the little things right. You know, if you can connect on offense but can't connect on defense, there's your problem.
Yeah.
Or if they find a weakness in the defense, they'll hit it there, try to hit it there every time. So if everybody's on tune and on point, you can really dominate a game, and that's kind of what we're seeing here in this first one. So a 1-2 count for number 12, somebody.
Strong swing. That was Alicia Cosins. Kind of blocking the lineup out of your way, Carson. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm just trying to hold the wind away, but
try to set this on it. I don't know if this is going to do anything, but maybe it can
try.
Maybe it can hold it down. We'll see. If paper flashes in front of your screen, that's probably what it is.
Well,
strike one to number 16, Hunziker. The pitcher now at bat. And she'll hit that one right to short, bobbled up by KT, throw to Gracie. And there's the third out. So nice work by Columbus here on the defensive side, really picking up steam. I think they finally figured out what Pittsburgh is going to do. So that 2-run in the, what was it, top of the third, I think.
Yep.
Might have been the just a quick fluke. Columbus, I think, trying to figure things out. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back here with the action from the bottom of the fourth. Columbus going to try to add to this 8-point lead after this.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Mike Rowe, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
This look better. Welcome back. Taryn Billing going to start us off here in the bottom of the fourth. Columbus stops anything else from happening at the plate for Pittsburgh. So I think they're finally getting things figured out, not only on the offensive side but defensive side, which is really where they needed to figure things out, as they've had it figured out from the bottom of the first.
Yeah, I'm looking at
offense.
These Dragons' schedule right now. In the last 7 games, they've allowed 12 runs total. In the last 7 games, they've allowed 12 runs total, and they put up 9 runs in the first inning. So yeah. Columbus came out with a game plan today.
Yeah, we're about to, and I hope this is the same team that we see come regional time, because the last 2 years Columbus has gotten knocked out in the semifinals. Yeah, it just sucked, because this team has really, I felt like, deserved a state tournament appearance. Our boys going up there last year,
right, and
getting a runner-up position. Girls trying to follow, and there's a low pitch that kind of went off of Taryn's foot, so a 1-2 count. But as I was saying, yeah, boys earned their spot last year. They're number 3 in all of Class 3A right now on the baseball side, so trying to get to that number 1 spot, Wichita Collegiate in that position, which was the team that beat Columbus out last year in the state championship game.
Poised for another deep run in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm hoping this girls' team can do the same thing. I know Frontenac is probably going to be their biggest competitor.
Right.
Made quick work of almost all their teams, like we said, except Baxter, which I'm hoping that was just an early season fluke and we just had bad attitudes and underestimated it.
Yeah, I'm looking. So the Columbus Regional. That's where it's hosted, like you talked about earlier in the broadcast. Columbus is currently ranked number 1 in it. Both Columbus and Frontenac both have 1 loss, but the only reason Columbus is above them, they got 1 extra win. So
Yep.
these two teams, Columbus and Frontenac, still have to face off. That is going to be a dandy.
And we will have that one for you here in Columbus Sports Live on May the 4th, I think.
May the 4th be with you.
Exactly. That's what we're gonna say when it comes time, because I know Frontenac and Columbus played for a CNC title last year, and Columbus won that game. But Frontenac, we looked like we were gonna take the doubleheader, but Frontenac in that first game kind of spoiled us out, and Taryn will get a full count, +1 on the strike, and we'll get the first out for Columbus. Bring up Matty Garcia, so here comes the wind again.
I hope it's a little bit quieter at home.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I didn't bring the sunscreen to you.
Nope. Oh, I haven't worn sunscreen in I don't know how many years. Luckily, we're in the shade right now thanks to this nice awning. The baseball field doesn't really have that luxury, unfortunately. Most of the time you see baseball fields that look a lot better than the softball side, but Columbus has the exact opposite. Field relatively new. Two outs now for Columbus off of Matty Garcia, and now Katie Simpson up to bat with a strike. Starter off an 0-1 count.
Simpson has some sort of it's an unorthodox stance where she starts her stance open, but all that matters is you get your foot landed and get your bat going early. Foot down, get your bat going.
Right. Well, and she tries to pull tricks and stuff like that, false bunts and stuff, and she's going to try to run it out, and I think she'll get there in time.
That's some serious speed.
Oh, yeah, she's mighty quick. She usually in the first inning will get to home plate every time. And that will...
I mean, that ball was barely fair. It might have went a foot in front of home plate.
Right.
I saw the ball, and the ref said fair. She was already on first base.
Yeah. She is mighty quick. Aubrey Saporito, I apologize for that. You know, running off a phone is a little bit sketchy, but I'm trying to get there. And who's that? It's KT Lopp. She tried to run to second, got caught in traffic, but she lands on first. Okay. All right. Glad to know that we're back up. Sounds okay.
I don't know what the run rule is. Is it 10 after 5, 12 after 4, or is it 10 after 4?
I know it's 10 after 5.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything related to the fourth inning in
actually,
softball.
That was kind of a boneheaded statement there, because if it was, then this game would be over. We're in the bottom of the fourth, so.
That's right, yeah. That one's caught for the third out. But Columbus gets a couple more in there, 12-2. We'll take a quick break, have more action from Rocket Field as we head to the top of the fifth inning after this.
Having the right branding, graphics, and overall look to your business is vital. Luckily, there's Vital Signs in Columbus. Vital Signs Sign Company has been the four-state's choice for vibrant, eye-catching signage since 2001. From small stickers and leather patch hats to lighted pole signs, digital signs, banners, and more, Vital Signs takes you from concept to design to installation. Up your graphics and promotion game with Vital Signs. To see more of their work, follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company or call 620-429-3000. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburg or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back. Top of the fifth here from Rocket Field. I think that's Maya Russell. I think that's a 2.
Number 2, Maya
Yep.
Russell.
All right.
You were correct.
Eyesight's still in check here.
Got
First hit for her.
somebody else warming up over there for Pittsburgh.
See who's on deck. I can't. 13. Heather Mowdy, so they're just back at the top of the order. Strike 1 to Russell. Pretty much same spot on both of those hits, fouled back.
It looked like another curveball, some late movement on it. Late break.
Top of the right awning there. So an 0-2 count for Russell.
Not a bad 0-2 pitch. You don't want anything hittable. You
Right.
want to try and when you're way up in the count, you want weak contact or strikeout.
Yep.
That's a good pitch again.
So an even count now for Russell. I think between games they're going to switch Gracie and Aubrey out on the mound, and that one will go foul down the third base line, and Coach Terry will get caught up in it.
Showing off his skills over there.
Sometimes it's not just the players that bobble it. That's all right.
Bet some of the players will heckle him when he gets back over to the dugout.
That one missed by 2 Titans, Lop and Mooney. Go in the outfield. Nice hit there by Russell. So she'll land on first. That'll bring up Heather Mowdy.
Back, number 13, Heather Mowdy.
Who was on first base. I don't think Coach Saps had to have a meeting with the mound today, but with the dust nados kicking up, the wind might play a factor here, and that's a small bunt there. It rolls foul. So Mowdy will get another crack at things here with an 0-1 count.
Second baseman Rodriguez for the Titans ain't playing too much at double play, Deb. She's playing more straight up, Deb. So I'm guessing probably means Lop's going to be taking the throw. It's going to be off her leg.
Yep. So twice she ran it out to first base. She'll go back again.
Doubt we'll see a bunt again this time.
Saying they've both gone foul, pretty much saying she'll swing through that one hard for strike 3.
Surprised Russell wasn't going as soon as the bunt came around. That she wasn't anticipating the ball down. Usually they'll teach, see the ball down and you're gone.
Yeah, little hesitations. Yeah, it depends on the intensity of the game, and right now I don't think hesitation's what you want after you hit. Pitch from Saporito. Oh, called that a ball. So a 2-0 count. And there's a hit right to short, bobbled, or not bobbled, but caught up by KT. And they got her at second.
That was a tough play there. That ball was hit hard, right on the nose.
And that was Russell that they got out there.
It's a big out. That's Russell?
Yeah, Russell that just got out.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking Johnson for some reason, so.
She's on first, and now we have Maddie Burdick up to bat for Pittsburgh with 2 outs and 0-1 count. And that one hit high. Rodriguez looking for the catch. Did she get it?
Got it.
Got it. Kind of fell as she caught it, but that's okay. That brings up the third out. So in this game alone, in the, I don't know however many we said, the last however many games that Pittsburgh has played, they've allowed only 12 runs, and well, they've allowed 12 runs in the first game of this one alone. So, and I think that should end it.
Yep, that's going to do it. Oh, end of game one. I don't know why I just typed 9 in them. Well, that's the end
Bottom of the ninth.
that one.
Yep. So with that, I believe we'll take a commercial break, and then what we'll do is we did this last time. We'll just go ahead and throw up the begin soon graphic, wait for this intermission between games, and then we'll get started with game 2 here. This one, Columbus wins it 12-2. We're back in about 20 minutes.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Having the right branding, graphics, and overall look to your business is vital. Luckily, there's Vital Signs in Columbus. Vital Signs Sign Company has been the 4-stage choice for vibrant, eye-catching signage since 2001. From small stickers and leather patch hats to lighted pole signs, digital signs, banners, and more, Vital Signs takes you from concept to design to installation. Up your graphics and promotion game with Vital Signs. To see more of their work, follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company or call 620-429-3000. Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Welcome back. We'll get things ready here in just a moment. We've got time. We were a little late getting back. Not much though, as it's 0-2 count now to Maya Russell, who's starting us off here in the second game. As we'll get all the scoreboard stuff arranged here momentarily. And there we go, back to normal, like nothing ever happened, right? So 1-2 count now to Maya Russell. Cooper went, but we'll figure it out. Probably eating some good ballpark food right now, I imagine, hopefully. We'll take care of things. Full count for Russell, and she'll swing through that one for out number 1. And that will bring up number 13, Heather Mowdy. I think still playing first base, so no changes so far for the batting order for Pittsburg. Ball 2. A 2-0 count for Mowdy right now. Columbus did pick up. Oh, there he is. Columbus did pick up a win in the first game, 12-2.
That's my fault. I was in the car eating chili cheese and nachos.
There you go.
Should have been a little more aware.
Yeah, ballpark food concession stand wise is always better than any other sports. You got to take advantage of it while it lasts. That's a 2-1 count for Mowdy. That one fouled back right into the netting.
Well, whole new ball game, anybody's game now.
That's right. And Major is on the mound now for Columbus as Saporito will go to first base. So they'll swap places.
There's no such thing as halftime.
That's right.
In between game break.
Yep.
Reset score.
Absolutely. A totally different ball game here, and that's a pop fly by Mowdy, and Major looking for the catch, and she gets it for out 2. Internet connection still holding strong. So as long as the phone doesn't die, looking okay right now. If we can have another 5-inning game like last time, we'll be good for sure.
Yeah.
Problem we're going to have come regionals is I may run out of hotspot data. Megan Johnson now at the plate with a 1-0 count.
Well, we got a lot of time to figure that out.
Yep.
A lot of ball to be played before regionals.
Oh, yeah. A lot of good ball games coming up. Baseball being played at Colgan next week, Monday night. Thursday night, it will be softball action here from Rocket Field as we will take on the Girard Trojans for an anticipated CNC matchup, and then we'll also have another. And then the following week, on May the 1st, we will have baseball against Riverton. And then to round out the broadcast season will be softball against Frontenac, which I still believe is the last regular season game for Columbus. I might be wrong on that. Not entirely sure. And Johnston will strike out, and that will bring strike number 3. So Titans make quick work in the top of the first here of the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back with the bottom of the first inning. Maybe we can get 10 runs in, or 9 runs like we did last time. as we've got some Taylor Swift playing. So we'll go ahead and take a break. Avoid that, and we'll come back after this.
As one of the oldest banks in southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated. Exchange State Bank provides quality customer service supporting the growth of local businesses, agriculture, and the financial needs of families in the community. With competitive savings and loan products, online banking and mobile deposits, free debit cards, and more, Exchange State Bank is working to earn your business. To earn more, call 620-429-1873 or visit esbks.com. Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking, you're banking with friends.
Welcome back. Top of the first. Nobody. I think they maybe left one stranded, but other than that, nobody got on base for Pittsburg. So it's still 0-0 here as Columbus will get their first turn up at bat and try to, well, hopefully they can duplicate what they did last time.
Right.
I think we do have a new pitcher.
Up to bat, number 17, Katie Simpson.
And it's number 4.
Georgia Bocout, she was the one that was warming up last game if there was another inning.
Yep.
She's the one that was going to be coming in, so she's been warming up quite a while. Might have been able to catch a snack in between games. Snicker bar, soda, Gatorade, whatever.
All the healthy stuff, right?
Yeah, something like that.
An athlete's diet.
I always disobeyed that. I'd get whatever filled my stomach.
That's right. I think it's a 1-1 count. Yep, a good pitch and then an outside pitch for Bockout. Simpson at the plate. And that one low again. So a 2-1.
Simpson's about as tough a hitter as it gets when defense against. She can slap it, she can butt the ball, and she can just stay in there and swing away. Defense, it's hard to position.
When we were kind of talking about that during the break, is that's why her stance is so weird, is because she likes to slap hit it.
Right.
There's the heads-up call as that one clears the awning and near the concession stand. So it's even for Simpson.
Ooh, that one's
hard. That was a hard hit.
Either way this goes, it's going to be a quality at bat for Simpson.
Oh yeah.
Seen a lot of pitches.
She's just got to work around the dust storm.
Boatcout's arm.
And that's it's an unfortunate hit, just kind of right up there, and the catcher was able to easily grab that one for the first out. And that will bring up Aubrey Saporito now at first base. Major and her swapped it after the first game. It's typically what happens is you want to trade out your pitchers. I mean, come state tournament time, you want to, if of course if they make it there, you want to have 3 solid people. That's typically how you win state. Because if you can get 3 solid people, and I believe Titans, they'll just get better as the year goes on in their hitting. But 3 solid pitchers is where you need to be. You've got 2, and Saporito and Major, but if one of them's off, then you're struggling.
Nice part is there's no pitch limit for softball. Baseball, you gotta have a lot of pitchers. I don't think there's a set amount. You just because sometimes it's not that player's game.
And it's so many. Pitch count for the day, so I think it's like 30, and then you're ineligible to play for the next game, and then and there's an easy throw from second to first for the out. So out number 2. So a slower start already for Columbus, but that's all right. Sometimes it's better to work into it.
Right.
figure out, especially with a new pitcher on the mound. It's going to be a little bit harder.
Don't think this one's going to be as high scoring as the last one.
No, I don't think so either. I think that one was really just a case of Pittsburgh coming in a little unprepared and a little unexpecting.
Yep. Kind of talked about that off air. Once the game ended, we were like, wow, Pittsburgh, I mean, they'd only allowed 12 runs in their last 7 games. They allowed 10 in their first game of the season, but that's first game jitters.
Right.
But they were playing. That was hard hit.
That nearly took off the pitcher's head. Near decapitation hit there for KT Lopp, and she'll stand up on first. Power hit.
That ball got to center field before Lopp got halfway down the line.
Right.
That was hit.
That
was a missile taken off for space.
Speed on that one. Katie Mooney had one of those hits at the Baxter game and went out, and it was a home run, and it looked like it was just going to keep going up.
Yeah, if that ball had a different trajectory, that ball's hit over the tree line out in right center, right field.
Yeah, for sure. That was a hard swing, and it connected pretty well. There's
praying
Major.
It's not hitting my car out the parking lot.
And we have some very loyal Titan fans out there that take the risk. Ball 1 to Major. Swings through that one. Strike 1.
It's a quality swing there. That's what you want to see. 4-hole hitter swing.
Now we're waiting for Major to do what she did last time. Home run here in the bottom of the first. That'll be ball 2. A low pitch from Backout. And Major will get 4-1.
Yep, doing just like they did last game. If they're going to throw them ball 4, they'll take it, take their base, pass it on to the next batter.
And sometimes this is just what you got to do in order to earn those runs. Is do it well, I say the easy way, but sometimes getting a walk is harder than it looks.
Well, now you got a couple ducks on the pond.
Right.
So some 2-out RBI situations. That's what these games come down to. This can be a close game. It ain't going to be no blowout like we saw last game. It's going to come out down to 2-out hitting and defense. Who can make the least errors in the field.
Right.
Smart play on the bases there by Lopp.
She'll take hard for second to get to third.
As soon as she saw that catcher snap throw down to first, she was taking off, and there was no chance.
She was gone. And I don't think with the way that she was running, I don't think they would have had time to make any kind of connection throw.
Nope.
Katie will foul that one back. Mooney, that is, when you got 3 Katies on the team. You got to specify. Luckily for the Mooney situation, Katie's sister Lily graduated, so last year you had to specify. This year it was with basketball and the midget crew. I'm sure it's going to be that way with baseball as well. And the fake throw, Major gets off to second.
Yeah, now they put themselves in a good position. Instead of 1 runner in scoring position, they got 2 in scoring position.
Right, and we were talking about Katie's hit at Baxter just a couple of minutes ago. If she can repeat that here, it's for sure going to be gone. And we know she's got power in that swing. And that one goes foul.
Fouled off, live to fight another day.
Right? She's even, 2-2.
Oakout's thrown quite a bit of pitches this inning. I don't think there's been a Titan batter come up this inning and see 2 pitches and be sat down.
I wouldn't have swung at that one, but that one's going to be caught, I think, by shortstop for the 3rd out.
Yep.
Leave a couple stranded. Titans, unfortunately, can't get any runs on the board, but like we said, this is probably going to be a much slower-paced game than it was the first time around. We'll go ahead and take a quick 1-minute break, and we'll come back with action from the top of the second after this.
Having the right branding, graphics, and overall look to your business is vital. Luckily, there's Vital Signs in Columbus. Vital Signs Sign Company has been the 4-state's choice for vibrant, eye-catching signage since 2001. From small stickers and leather patch hats to lighted pole signs, digital signs, banners, and more, Vital Signs takes you from concept to design to installation. Up your graphics and promotion game with Vital Signs. To see more of their work, follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company or call 620-429-3000. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburg or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
We gotta take care of our graduation first.
There we go. I should have bumped her butt. Back to action. Beautiful 82 degrees here from Rocket Field.
Oh yeah.
Not a cloud in the sky. Sun starting to set out down the left field line.
Once the sun sets, this is when it becomes fun.
But what's nice is that sun doesn't set back behind home plate, so it's not in anybody's eyes really.
Right. And there's a quick throw to first for the first out. I was waiting for the ump's indication. She kind of gave it a little late, but that's all right.
Thorough punch out.
Number 14, Callie Terry.
Good scoop by Aubrey Saporito. Digging it out of the dirt.
It's always nice when you can trade off positions and still be secure within your team.
Not all teams have that luxury here in 3A.
3A and especially the CNC, I think. I know you're coming from Galena Sports Live, but Galena softball seen better years, at least so far.
Yeah.
I know they've got new coaching, and they've got a few talented kids, Mia Sarwinski and Blaze McNeemer.
Yeah, they got some players there. We just had a game, came back in the bottom of the 7th against Colgan. We were down 4-0, and they rallied together to walk it off 5-4 in fascinating fashion.
There you go.
A lot of young players there, so.
That's right. It'll be good coming up in the next few years. And there's another throw to first from Rodriguez to Saporito for the second out, so same situation, same play.
I'd say we've had our luck with had a solid basketball season, so.
Galena's always got a solid basketball season.
Right.
One with Matt Meyer at the helm of both.
Yep.
I figured they'll get going. They'll get better as the season goes on, for sure. And that is Backout, the pitcher. Up to bat now for Pittsburg.
Looked like some sort of rise ball. The ball just kept going up, it seemed like.
There was a perfect pitch by Major, so 0-2 for Backout. Now 1-2. Here's the pitch. She had to duck out of the way of that one. So an even count. Oh, they've got it full.
Threw a little extra behind that one.
They went from 1-2 to 3-2, and now they've just got it at. Okay, now it's back to even. I was about to say.
Ooh. That was a sharp curveball.
Yeah.
A lot of late break. Backout. Able to get her bat on it, though. Seemed like it had quite a bit of velocity for a curveball. Usually, it's not as much on it.
And there's a nice hit there by Backout. It'll dive past third and bobbled up by Maddie Garcia in left field.
We're going to have a pinch runner now for the pitcher.
And that'll be number 3.
Yep, that'll be Alyssa Cosen's pinch running for the pitcher. Georgia Bokout over there on first base for the Dragons. Inning was looking promising to go 1, 2, 3 as Lopp had Bokout down 1-2, but Bokout finds a way to hit with 2 strikes, gets 1 on, 2 outs.
Yep. 2-1. Now the count for Cosens, the other one. And that one fouled way back. Clears the press box. Which I'd love to say we're in, but unfortunately that thing is extremely small. There is almost no room between between the stairs and the desk that you're supposed to sit at. So
it's nice to be outside anyway, though.
That's true, especially on a day like today.
We've gotten out of the late February, early March season where there's those cold games that have some kind of mist and they're colder with the wind blowing like this, and it's 40-something wind chill, so I'm not complaining.
Exactly. We've been pretty lucky. I mean, we had games around this time last year, and that will be the third out for Pittsburgh. We had games this time last year. I was wearing a coat. Played Lebec County in a makeup game around this time, and it was probably about 35 degrees. Not fun, but this is a lot better weather. We'll go ahead and take a quick break as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Titans are going to try to capitalize off a good defensive run. Try to do something on offense. We'll be back here to Columbus Sports Live in 1 minute.
Having the right branding, graphics, and overall look to your business is vital. Luckily, there's Vital Signs in Columbus. Vital Signs Sign Company has been the four-stage choice for vibrant, eye-catching signage since 2001. From small stickers and leather patch hats to lighted pole signs, digital signs, banners, and more, Vital Signs takes you from concept to design to installation. Up your graphics and promotion game with Vital Signs. To see more of their work, follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company or call 620-429-3000. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business.
Welcome back. Adjust the headphone cords and get ready. Jalen Rodriguez starting us off here in the bottom of the second. Still scoreless.
Up to bat, 0-0, Jalen Rodriguez.
Here's the first pitch. Strike. That was a pretty good pitch there from Bokout. She's got a decent arm on her.
Pitcher's best friend is strike one.
Yep. If Jalen can swing at a pitch like that, unfortunately that was a rather low power hit for Jalen, and that's a throw from second to first for the first out. And that will bring up Addie Saporito, the catcher.
Number 7, Addie Saporito.
Jalen's got a lot more power in her swing than what it showed right there, but that's just part of it, especially in second game, when it's 12-2, part of me feels like we may not take things as seriously considering how easy that first game was, and that's an outside pitch. So ball one to Addie.
Which would be a big mistake. Dragon teams only lost 2 games coming into Rocket Field today.
Does that include last game or before that?
No, that was coming into today. Now they have 3 losses. So I believe they're now 6-3.
Not a bad start for Pittsburgh. Hopefully it'll be 6-4 by the time this night's over. 2-1 count for Saporito.
Yeah, Pittsburgh just such a big high school that there's not a lot of 5A schools down here in southeast Kansas for them to play, so they got to travel all over the place. I believe yesterday St. Thomas Aquinas up from Overland Park
Yeah.
came down and took on the Pittsburgh baseball team.
My gosh.
And that was going to be a good one. Pittsburgh baseball team's also got a pretty good record. I think 7-2 is what I read. Taking on St. Thomas Aquinas, they're 7-1. They're always a threat.
Oh yeah, Aquinas is notable in every sport. If you've watched anything from up in Spring Hill or Tonganoxie or anywhere like that, you'll know that Aquinas is usually who knocks
Up to bat,
those schools
number
out.
8,
Yeah.
Taryn Dillon.
Especially in football. But I think they're also a 5A with Spring Hill, so
Yep.
they've got the talent. And we're going to have an exchange here between Saporito and number 34, Brooklyn Lima.
Yeah, I mean, on the softball side, Pittsburgh was ranked 3rd in the East standings because 5A's broke up in
Right.
2 separate standings, and then regionals go from there. Top 8 seeds get home field advantage. There's no set location.
Right.
And the top 2 teams, Pipers 10-0 and Bacers 8-2, those 2 teams face off this, I believe, next week on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, Baser's a pretty good team for sure.
Pretty proud of my Piper Pirates alumni from there. So.
Oh, there you go. KC.
Yeah.
And there's a hit missed by third base, and Taryn will stand up on first with Lima advancing to second. And that will bring up Maddie Garcia, who hasn't had the best day up at bat yet today, but
Maddie Garcia.
It's kind of like reminded me of last inning. They get the runners on. We'll see if they can hit with runners in scoring position now. I mean, the only difference was 2 outs last time.
yep.
If they could get those runners advanced, somehow a pass ball. There you go. Good throw would have got her, but she read it and committed right away.
One on the bag, and a good takeoff from Lima allowed her to get to third. And that's kind of what we needed right there. Runner now in scoring position. And with 1 out and somebody on first, you've got the opportunity to do something good in this inning here.
Right. Probably going to see Billings take off here. Would be surprised if she didn't.
And she does with a soft bunt, a little sacrifice. Oh, it's going to go foul.
It's getting hard to see where that chalk is because
Right.
that first base line, it's getting real worn out. You
can barely tell. I mean, there's a little
Yeah.
stretch,
Umpire can see it a lot better
but
right down it. But
exactly with the wind today and the dust blowing everywhere, it's going to cover up the first base line. Third base line's still pretty good.
right.
As Coach Sapp will give the signal. No post-game interview from her today. I'm going to have to talk to her about that. She was a little hesitant last year, not as willing as Coach Smiley was. And that one will be fouled back.
Well, 1-2 count.
Yep, Garcia staying alive here.
There you go.
And there's a nice hit. That's what you wanted right there. And Lima will easily walk in, and Taryn going to come around to third and hold it.
Big round around first base by Garcia.
And that will walk in a run from Brooklyn Lima. Be after getting a couple extra tries at it. That was the hit you needed.
Yep, everybody just trades places.
Yep.
Run scores.
Billings on third, and Garcia will stand up on first. And now that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Katie Simpson.
See that third baseman creeped away and knowing who's up to bat.
Yep.
There's a chance there's a bunt. She turns.
Taking some notes, and Garcia takes off for second. Billings thought about home, but not enough time.
Now they'll probably tell her hit away. You don't want, especially with a left-handed batter up a ground ball to the right side, is going to score a run here.
Yeah, and Coach Sapp notices things like that when somebody moves up, especially in the infield. She'll kind of take note of that and change her signal. So a 1-1 count.
Good leave.
believe these are also new softball uniforms debuting today. I don't recognize these ever.
Pinstripes.
Kind of going a little old school.
Oh. Yeah, that was
And a
good
nice
bunt.
play there. Yeah, good bunt as it was kind of right in the middle. And Coach Terry's going to have a talk with the ump.
Yeah, he's going to come out and he's going to argue that her foot was out of the box when she made contact with the ball.
Most of the time arguing with the ump doesn't. I mean, in softball and baseball, it typically actually it's easier to reverse a decision than it is in other sports. But
right.
Nothing's going to be changed on this one.
Comes out and argues his point. He's been out a couple times today. Hasn't really gotten too loud, which is what you want to do. You don't want to make one person you don't want to make mad is the umpire.
That's right.
So it's not bad to come out and talk it over, but when you start raising your voice level, that's when ejections start happening,
Yeah.
and that's when umpires' minds start switching.
Some of my favorite clips are when umps eject coaches in the MLB or something like that. It's a strong hit, goes foul.
Yeah, there's been a couple of them this year. Saw one, the catcher reached back to get the ball from the umpire, and he moved his glove not knowing like if the umpire was going to give it to him, and he just ejected him there. That was one of the more different ejections I've seen.
That might have just been an ump having a bad day and needed somebody to throw out.
Yeah. Might have relieved some stress.
2-1 count now for Saporito. That one nearly hits her. Only 3-1.
This is a huge opportunity with the bases juiced.
Right.
And a hitter's count, 3-1 now. The infield's going to be in, so anything hit in the infield, they're coming home.
I was about to say, you got the opportunity to sacrifice or walk here and just walk in a run. And, I disagree with that.
And the outfielders, they're playing regular depth, so anything hits to those outfielders, you're most likely tagging.
Right. I mean, they're going to go for home every time, so you're going to have to be cautious with this. But, and that's a walk.
Good plate discipline.
Pittsburg fans in a little disagreement with that call, but that walks in a run. I believe that was Brooklyn Lima that we walked in.
Titans got exactly who they want up to the plate. Lop and Major on deck.
Two power hitters there.
There you
that
go.
one, there's another nice hit, and Lop's going to run it out. And a hesitant throw is going to cause a couple runs to come in, Simpson and Garcia, and that makes it 4-0. And now with Major up to bat and you've got somebody in scoring position, you're in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah, and that's what bringing the infield in does is you don't have much room to move. Unless it's hit right to you, that's the only way you're making a play. Unless it's hit one step to your left, one step to your right, or right at you, that's the only way you're making a play. Even there, that ball's hit clean through the 3-4 hole. It's going to be hard to make a play even if you're at regular depth.
That's right. She'll give a false bunt. KT taking off. She'll slide into second. And I think they got her.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. But I did believe Aubrey came home.
Yep, 5-0.
So, all worked out. So while we get 2 outs, we did get in a run, so Titans off to another pretty good start here.
I've seen that catcher for Pittsburgh, Maddie Burdick is her name. She's had some pretty good throws. Haven't had too many throwdown attempts, but in the warm-ups, she throws some pretty good throws down there to second, right on line.
It's going to be interesting to see here come third or fourth inning once she gets a little bit warmed up here. And a high hit by Major. Johnston looking for it, and he'll find it. And that will bring up the third out. The Titans finally get some runs on the board. They end the dry streak for either team. Columbus up 5-0. Will Pittsburgh capitalize? We'll find out after this 1-minute commercial break.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Welcome back to Rocket Field. It'll be leading us off number 7. Somebody in there.
Might have a pinch hitter here. I didn't see the umpire come over and make any signals.
I didn't either.
I don't even see. They just announced, Sierra Deerling. Yep. There it is, number 7. Okay. I don't know where. Oh, she was here.
Oh, yeah, and we replaced her. And she's 7 in the order, and her number's 7. So an 0-2 count to start. So what you like to see, like we mentioned earlier, strike one is a pitcher's best friend.
Yep.
And that one kind of low, kind of rolls in the dirt. 1-2 now the count.
Wind has not slowed down since first pitch of game 1.
Not really at all, and there's strike 3 for out number 1. So Major with a hot start in the circle. But, the wind, usually as the night goes on, the wind will die down. But as of right now, things are still, it's still pretty windy out here. We've seen a couple of gustnados in the infield, even here in this second game. Hunziker now up for Pittsburg. Strike 1. So swing through that one for the 0-2 count.
Hunziker came in and pitched well for Pittsburg, only allowing 3 runs.
And she goes 0-3.
Up to bat, number 2, Maya Russell.
And that will bring us back to the top of the order with Maya Russell. So I don't think Pittsburgh's had any opportunities to get on base. So at this point, it's really just about containing that pitch. And there's and as I say that, announcers jinx spite you every time, but Russell will hit that one kind of right center, and that will get her on first. And that will bring up Heather Mowdy.
Perfectly placed ball.
That's right. That was a pretty good hit there by Russell, and I think maybe the wind had a little bit of a factor in where it went, but, use the wind to your advantage when you need to. Mm-hmm. Strike 1.
Locke gets up there and she goes quick. She looks at the wristband, looks down, she's ready to go. Does not play no games. Ooh, there you go.
Strike 3, round number 3.
Major completes it with an 0-3. I think, it wasn't 3 up, 3 down because of Russell, but regardless, nobody scores. They leave one stranded. We'll go ahead and take a quick 1-minute break, and we'll come back here with action from the bottom of the 3rd inning after this.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
field here on this breezy Tuesday afternoon, now evening. Thing about spring sports, they start in the afternoon, and before you know it, it's dark.
Lights aren't on yet. Will be soon.
Yeah, we made quick work of them in the first game, so that allowed for a little bit of extra daylight here in the second. Columbus trying to add to their 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Katie Mooney will start us off at the plate. It's high, ball one. Wind's still not going to let up any at all.
Nope.
But it's actually adding a nice little chill.
Glad the rain stayed away this week. It rained this weekend.
Yep.
And that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. If it can rain on a weekend, that's okay, as long as the field does not. I don't know, because sometimes, especially in baseball, if we can go to Pitt State, they got a real nice facility up there.
Right.
Free drinks in the mini fridge up in the booth, free Sonic coupons.
Huh.
It's a great place to be.
I wouldn't complain about rain if that's the case. Man.
Yeah, pop fly.
It's going to be fair. She touched. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to call it fair. I didn't know. I didn't have the best view from here as umpires. He's standing over the top of that, so
I think they're going to.
He knows a lot better than I do.
Call it. Yeah, but, I thought she was walking back. I was like, I'm pretty sure that was foul. Yeah, it looked like it was going to be fair because she had a hold of it and then dropped it.
Same one.
Yeah, same one. Maybe they'll still get another try at it. Pretty much an identical hit there from Mooney. Brings up out number one.
She did that back at her last at-bat when she flied it out to center field.
Yep.
So she'll probably be working on that a little bit in practice tomorrow.
I'm sure, especially when you get to teams like Girard and Frontenac, when they're going to read you pretty well early on, and there's a hit right to center field near the 200 mark, and that's going to be caught for second out. It's 2 quick outs. See if Hattie Saporito can change things.
Yeah, between Girard, Columbus, and Frontenac, it's going to be a close CNC.
Yeah, I thought Frontenac might go undefeated with the way they've manhandled teams so far this year, but with their loss last night to Girard, I'm thinking a little otherwise. It's been an odd season.
Yeah, Girard's a team that I've seen them play a couple times this year, watching over with Girard Sports Live. They just throw strikes. They fill the zone up. One of their starting pitchers threw a shutout. I think she had 1 or 2 Ks in that game. Oh. And the Girard defense just plays. They make all the routine plays, and then they'll make some of the plays that are out of the ordinary also.
And there's a nice hit between left field and center. And Saporito will get a double out of the deal.
Back to what I was saying, they got some hitters that can hit the ball out of the ballpark too, just like this Columbus team. So these two teams are really evenly matched. Columbus might have the edge a little bit on the pitching, but it's going to be a good game when those two teams meet, and same with Frontenac.
Oh, for sure. And you can't count Baxter out just yet.
Yeah, they're a dark horse.
Yeah, exactly. They're one of those dark horse candidate teams that they knocked Columbus out last year in the regional tournament in the semifinals in an upset that, I was there that game, and I just kind of had a long face for a minute because I was like, what just happened here? Not the result I think Columbus expected going in, but they've got the opportunity to do things differently this year.
Right.
I think they'll come in more prepared, knowing that they're going to be a potential candidate come regional time. But I know Frontenac and Girard are probably at the top of the list right now.
Beautiful
Strike
spot.
2 for Harley Long. 0-2 count for her. Her first time up at bat tonight. And a power hit by Long. Fortunately, it'll go foul.
Took a ride.
Took a ride. Power ride, that is. That thing had a little bit better of a direction on it. There's another nice hit by Long. And she'll stand up on first.
Might have got a little bit of a bad read on second. Might have lost track that there was 2 outs because it didn't seem like she was going right off the bat.
Yeah. Lima on third, and now Maddie Garcia at the plate. What I remember, she had a good hit last time.
Yep. Scored a pair of runs. Or was it just one? Either way, there was an RBI.
She got a pair, yeah. Oh, 1-1. Off of kind of a high swing.
Yep.
And there's another nice hit. This time in the center field, but almost the exact same hit Long had, and it'll advance the runners, and Lima scores. Makes it 6-0. So though it's not as close so far, it's working on it. Now we've got Katie Simpson coming up to bat. If she can hit here, here comes Coach Terry out of the dugout. I don't know if he may not change things. He may be running out of options at this point. He switched pitchers twice, but had 3 separate pitchers.
May want to just talk things over. I mean, they've had issues getting Katie Simpson out all day, whether she's swinging away, whether she's bunting. So he might just want to talk about how he wants his defense set up, or if they have something on first and third here, because they could have that playing question, whether they want to try and throw the runner out at second or they want to try and cut it off and come home. I mean,
right.
There's a multitude of things he could be talking to him about out there. But
and with 2 outs, he's probably trying to address strategy, like you said, and getting things worked out. But with Katie Simpson, you know, as long as she doesn't, if she hits at first base and it makes it out of the outfield, or out of the infield, excuse me, she's so quick that she'll be on first. And if she hits it pretty much anywhere else as a grounder, she'll probably easily make it to first.
Right.
Her speed definitely plays a factor in anytime she's at bat. Fortunately, that's a pop fly hit, and Johnston looking for it. Runs into Maddie Garcia, but she catches it for the 3rd out. But Columbus does. I think they leave a couple stranded, maybe only one, but they do get another one into home plate. We'll go and take a quick break, see if Dragons can get something going up on the board here as we head to the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back to Columbus Sports Live in Rocket Field after this.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
There's my mic. Unfortunately, during football season, I made that mistake way too many times. On our old setup, we never had the mics that you could pop up. It was always just automatically down. So I've had to adjust to it. Back here with Pittsburg, and then we'll start number 25, Megan Johnston. Unfortunately, got the last out for Columbus. Comes the second pitch. That's kind of a pop fly hit. Mooney looking for it and barely got it. She had to jump for it a little bit, but she got the first out. So good job by Mooney.
Had a little bit of swagger on that catch. Made it. Came over here, high-fived all the fans along the back of the fence.
Right. Trying to run for Congress after that catch. So Maddie Burdick now up to bat.
What's amazed me most about Lop is her ability to get ahead of these batters and stay ahead. And that's what has kept these Pittsburgh hitters off base. Or sorry, Major, yeah.
Well, speaking of Lop, she just caught that one at shortstop for the second out.
Up to bat, number 14, Callie Terry.
Oh, I was speaking to existence.
Speaking in the future there. Yeah, but Major reads the batters pretty well, and they go one time through. She's usually got their number figured out.
Right.
And that's something you need in a pitcher, especially when we get to these tough CNC teams. You know, I would argue in both baseball and softball, in 3A at least, CNC is probably one of the toughest leagues, if not the toughest, when it comes to competition, especially when you get to the regional tournament.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of teams that could win that thing, and just on any given day. And with teams splitting with each other, it's a guessing game really at that point.
There's no series that goes into regional play.
Right. And that one goes foul in right field. Will be bobbled up by a multitude of Titans. 2-1 count for Terry. And there's another high hit.
Boom.
Nice hit on the awning there.
Bit of a jump scare in the stands.
Yeah. I always try to take a guess on when it's going to hit and when I know it's coming. It's only scary when you least expect it.
I never understood why they say heads up, because you turn your head up, it hits you right in the face. You keep your head down, it hits you in the top. I mean, either way, it wouldn't feel good. But
at that point, you should just say, duck for cover and run. Full count now for Terry. So she's staying alive, and there's a high pitch by Major. Unfortunately, that'll send Terry on first, and that will bring up number 4, Bach out. Or Book out, one of the two. I'm sure the people in the booth know the names better than I do, but so I'll take their word for it. But, I mean, we have our fair share of odd names.
Right. As every team does.
Right. We had a kid named Jackson Harity a few years ago, and every year during football we'd go to the press box, and it's not another awning hit. I thought I couldn't see it go up or not, but every time when we would go away for a football game and get in the press box, that'd be the first question we get asked is, how do you pronounce his name?
The main one that gets me is on Colgan, the one that's it looks like Van Beclair, but it's Van Beesler.
Right.
That's the main one that's got me.
And I have to thank Jacob Leonard for that, because I would have said the exact same thing.
Yeah, one of the guys up in the Galena press box informed me on that, thankfully, so I didn't.
Van Beesler's playing a long time in Colgan. And Terry will have to walk back, as that one's kind of just right behind the plate. So an 0-2 count now for, I already forgot how they pronounced it, Book out.
Pitcher-on-pitcher matchup.
Yep.
Right in there.
And there's strike 3 for out number 3. So it's still 6-0. Pittsburgh struggling to find anything on offense. Will they capitalize on the defensive side, prevent the Titans from getting anything? We'll find out here after this 1-minute timeout.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
There we go. 6-0. Columbus on top here in Game 2. Took Game 1 12-2. Trying to make quick work of Pittsburgh here in the second round. I don't know if that was a walk-up song or if Shania Twain is just in the playlist. That's one thing about softball music, is it can go from country to rap to old country to new country to rock.
Hear it all.
Yep.
Well, good thing for the Titans. They got 2-3-4 up this inning, so
Yeah.
See if they can get something started here at the top of the order.
And we've got some power hitters coming up with Lopp and Major following behind Saporito. And Saporito not a bad hitter herself. And that's a 1-1 count for Sap.
And I'll continue to say it, these Titan hitters make pitchers work, and they have to put it in the strike zone. They're not going to chase nothing.
That's right. It's not coming to me. I'm not going for it. 2-1. There's a high hit by Saporito, and I think that, yeah, she ran for it. I think that was number 11. I'm going to bring up out number 1. I'm not sure it was exactly that caught that name-wise, but that was a pretty good catch. Hubner. Well, props to her. That was a good catch. Lopp now up to bat. For out number 1. KT Lopp at the plate. And there's a hit that's going to be chased by Maya Russell and can't find it as it lands in center field. And Lopp will stand up on first. Hey, that's something Frontenac likes to do, is they like to either just graze it down the line and they somehow perfected it to where it can stay inside and it trips up a lot of teams, or they can hit it just right above the head of who's ever playing second or short and they can just nail it. And it almost just drops dead in the infield. Major with a small hit there as Mooney had to duck out of the way.
Bokout took quite a bit off that. Looked to be some kind of change up.
Yeah. I think she's trying to consider the fact that Columbus is kind of in the heart of their lineup now. And there's another hit. Johnston will catch that one. And Major's kind of hit it in the same spot last couple of innings.
She sat back and waited on that one, but it just got up on her hands and not where you want to hit the ball.
Right. That'll bring up Katie Mooney. That one's high. Ball 1. Make sure we still got a little power left, 28%. Hopefully that'll get us through the rest of this game.
Tough leave.
2-0. Strike 1. Gotta love the umps that are real clear about the signal on what's a ball and what's a strike. Some of them don't make a noise for either one of them. Some of them make a noise for both of them, but I like it when it's silent for a ball, fist for a strike.
Makes it easy for everyone.
Right. Especially for me. And bobbled by the catcher, KT Lopp will send off for second. Plenty of time. A 3-1 count for Mooney, so they've got 2 outs, so not any wiggle room, but still they've got something to work with here. And Mooney will take a walk to first. Nobody in scoring position, but if you can get another run or another hitter to walk here, or anybody on base, you've got some opportunities.
Oh, whenever they have the double play isn't a threat because there's 2 outs, but we've seen Columbus be aggressive, trying to advance from 1 runner to 2 runners in scoring position in situations like this. We'll see if see a little bit of the same here. There you go.
There's a nice hit by Jalen in the gap. And that's going to score a run, and Mooney will get to third. And she's going to head home. I think she's got time, plenty of it.
Yep.
Nice slide there. That scores in 2 more, so it's 8-0. And Jalen's caught between third. And Jalen got caught in between second and third base, so that does bring up the third out, but not before we get a couple runs in. Darn. That's one of those things where she was just trying too hard and kept up off of the momentum, scored by 2, and then fortunately didn't have the time to get to third. But that's all right. 8-0 the score as we head to the top of the 5th inning. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break, and we'll come back to Rocket Field after this.
Having the right branding, graphics, and overall look to your business is vital. Luckily, there's Vital Signs in Columbus. Vital Signs Sign Company has been the 4-stage choice for vibrant, eye-catching signage since 2001. From small stickers and leather patch hats to lighted pole signs, digital signs, banners, and more, Vital Signs takes you from concept to design to installation. Up your graphics and promotion game with Vital Signs. To see more of their work, follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company or call 620-429-3000. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburg or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Back to Rocket Field as the sun starts to set here in good old Seatown, where the internet is bad, but the facilities are nice. Some of them.
Haven't had any issues this game.
Nope, just hope you don't have to come to Columbus for football, because you'll be decently... Let's just say you won't be happy with the setup you might get, and there's a good hit by number 12.
She's got a chance to get her.
And did they get her at second?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
What a relay.
And that was a really nice hit, but she tried to continue on, and
That's Simpson
battled back.
Showcasing speed out in center field again. She took a great route off that.
She is perfect for that position because she's got the speed to really go up and get it when it's, crunch time, and when, especially in that kind of moment when runners think they've got enough time to get to the next base. And luckily with the speed of Simpson, she was able to bobble that one up and get a nice throw in.
Yeah, so now we're going to have a pinch hitter. Gabby White is going to pinch hit for number 7, Sierra Deerling.
A 1-1 count now for White. And there's a high hit. Harley Long looking for it. She catches it with ease. Now that the sun's starting to go down there in right field, I think Harley's going to have a much better angle on getting those pop flies.
Right.
2-0, or excuse me, 2 outs, not 2-0. First count for Hunziker, or however you pronounce her name. That's one of those names I'd have to go up and ask.
Hunziker, Rory Hunziker. Pitched in game 2, came in relief in the first inning with no outs. There's only 3 earned runs allowed by her. There's 9 allowed by Megan Johnston.
Up to bat, 16, Roy Hunziker.
Hunziker, that's what they're saying. Heck, I don't know. I'm always supposed to get the names right, but sometimes it's a little hard. 1 and 2 are count. And she swings through that one for strike 3. So quick work here. See if Titans can get a couple more in, make it 10-0 here as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back here to Rocket Field with action from the bottom of the 5th. Or excuse me. Yeah, bottom of the 5th after this.
Having the right branding, graphics, and overall look to your business is vital. Luckily, there's Vital Signs in Columbus. Vital Signs Sign Company has been the 4-stage choice for vibrant, eye-catching signage since 2001. From small stickers and leather patch hats to lighted pole signs, digital signs, banners, and more, Vital Signs takes you from concept to design to installation. Up your graphics and promotion game with Vital Signs. To see more of their work, follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company or call 620-429-3000. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll.
to cut that commercial off a little early, but that's all right. It's Prime Accounting. We just saw them earlier, so that's all right. We'll get them in before the night's over. Addie Saporito starting us off, and she'll start it with a strike. One and one. Saporito, though, a prominent ball player. I think she is going for wrestling at Ottawa, where she is signed. She took third at state this year in girls wrestling, one of the more prominent girls wrestling players in the state in Class 3A. And a high hit there, trying to find the gap, and she does, between center and right field, and she'll get a double. So a nice start for Columbus.
That ball's hit real hard. Terry quickly out of the dugout for the Dragons.
He saw that first hit and he was like, we got to do something. He might have a little change coming here, I would assume.
I think that's Hunziker that's going to come back in. She's done the best against these Titan hitters, allowing them to 3 runs in her. She worked 4 innings.
Yeah, she seemed to do the best against Yep, and that's Hunziker coming back in. I have to ask Jacob Leonard about that pronunciation. I'm still not sure.
Coach just told the umpire she's the DP flex this game, so no substitutions will be made in the lineup.
Which is always nice for us, no confusion. Yeah, like you mentioned, she did pretty much the best against this Titan offense, and Johnston had a rough start. And even though Bookout didn't do terribly, she gave up 8 runs, but it was more stretched out than Johnston's were. So I think Coach Terry tried to leave her in a little bit longer, see if she figured it out on her own. But strike zone's been a little bit tough for Pittsburg today.
Hunziker will get the bottom part of the Columbus lineup.
I think our top's a little bit more, power hitting, but strike 2 to Harley Long, and tell it on her face as soon as she saw the pitch and didn't swing. She was like, dang it.
2 strike hitting, choke up on the bat.
I know she's been practicing a lot this year, trying to get better after an upset last year. And there's a nice hit. There it is, almost the exact same hit. And they're going to try to send Brooklyn Lima for home, and missed. Oh. Missed on the first attempt, but got her on the second.
I'm surprised Coach tried to send her there. I mean, that would have been runners first and third with no outs.
Right.
She kind of looked hesitant given the
signal.
Go signal.
Yeah. Well, I that's what I was kind of wondering, too, is that, you're in a good position to keep her at third.
Yep.
And unless it's somebody like Katie Simpson that you definitely know has the ability to get there. Might not be a bad idea to keep him at third, but I'm not getting the Bucks to say that.
1 out, runner on first now.
Yep. Harley Long did stand up. Maddie Garcia at the plate. And she'll hit that one past the circle. Johnson, hard throw, and Maddie Garcia will beat the clock. And Coach
I think
Terry,
they're going to say she pulled her foot because the throw would beat her, but I think they're saying she pulled her foot. They're going to appeal it, though.
So the first base ump is, I think you're right on that.
She pulled her foot, or she lost it, maybe in some kind of transition.
Coach Terry was immediately out there.
I say safe.
But they're not going to change anything, so.
Because shortstop Johnston, she had looked to second base to try and get the lead runner, and then she had fired a missile across the diamond.
Right.
And the throw had beat her, so I think maybe some sort of thing in the transition, or she pulled her foot. I'm not fully sure. Maybe the crowd might pick that up back home.
I do know last year that whenever we did film a game for softball, the team used it as film, so.
It's a good leave there.
1-1 for Katie Simpson. Like we said, you got Garcia, Long, Simpson, pretty fast people. And there's a hit right to, and Johnson, nice arm on her. And Simpson will be out at first, but runners advance to second and third. Gotta watch her. Like I said, Johnston, I think, only a sophomore, and she's got quite the arm.
Yeah, Simpson was running pretty well down the line there. It was bang, bang play. Could have went either way.
Right. Pretty much just we didn't have Johnston at shortstop, and there's another easy throw from second to first for the out. Titans still got plenty of wiggle room, though, so we're not going to complain about anything, so we'll head to the top of the 6th inning. Titans on top, 8-0. Hopefully they can hold it that way. We'll take a break, and we'll come back after this.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Folks, I apologize if that just blew your eardrums out. That was a loud transition in my ear, but audio boards are sometimes a little bit crazy.
Up to bat, number 2, Maya Russell.
Top of the lineup for Pittsburg.
Yep, back to it with Maya Russell. And she's usually pretty consistent in her hitting.
Looks like Addie, or never mind.
That went out of the catcher's mitt. Ball 1. Strike 1. That looked like it was a little bit low from Major, but I don't know. The ump's kind of blocking my view here.
Saporito's doing a good job framing the ball, though.
And that one rolls foul down the third base line. Mooney will bobble it up and give it to Major. I think that, it's 1 and 2.
Yep, 1 and 2. Started her out with the ball, but came back 2 straight strikes.
That one fouled back into the netting. 1 and 2 it remains. Hit by Russell. Mooney looking for it. Easy catch for out number 1.
Catch made for out
And that
number
will
1.
bring up number 13, Heather Mowdy.
Now up to bat, number 13, Heather Mowdy.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh they haven't had too much luck here in this second game either.
No, they haven't been able to get anything on this
Columbus has played very good defensively. Majors pitched a gem to this point.
Right.
And there's been a couple nice plays in the outfield relays to get them out, especially that one that Katie Simpson had, where she snow coned it in right center field, turned around, spin move, threw her out second. That was one of the best plays this game so far.
That one just kind of rolls, and Saporito would just kind of bobble it up for out 2. Yeah, like you said, Pittsburgh hasn't really had any luck on the offensive side. Megan Johnston up to the plate. You know, she's got the arm. And we know she's got the power behind that swing. The question is, can she connect in the right spot?
Right. Makes it hard against a pitcher of Major's level.
Yeah. Especially when, I mean, she throws it as consistently as she does. In the right location, of course. Strike 1. And that one hit foul.
Continuing to do what she's done all game, get ahead of batters. Then she can really throw whatever she wants.
Yeah, and that's how you win games, is just know who's coming up and know where they like to swing it. And the wind's still not letting up here.
I think there's no runners on, no balks.
Right. The 0-2 pitch. Swings through that one, so 3 up, 3 down for Columbus. Not a bad way as we will head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Columbus making quick work of Pittsburgh here. I would say they've got this one in the bag unless a miracle happens. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back with more action from Rocket Field after this.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug.
Yeah, it's a PSA. We can cut it whenever we need to. But welcome back. KT Lopp now up to bat for Columbus. So they're pretty much now at the point where they're in the heart of their lineup.
Lopp and Major have gotten it done all day for these Titans.
And there's an example of it, and that one's gone. Oh, nope. It looked like it was.
Hit off middle part of the fence, but that ball didn't get much above the yellow part of the fence. That ball was hit on a straight beeline to the fence.
Yeah, just had a little more height on it, would have been gone for sure, and I think it might have went into the forest there. But, yeah, nice hit by Lopp. We just, as you said it, she hits a power hit, and here comes Major hoping to do the same thing. Averages 1 home run per game. Let's make it 2.
Last time you said that, she hit one out.
Yeah.
If she hits out this time, it's going to be a walk-off run rule.
Yep. And that just looks really cool.
That's a chance.
There it is.
There it goes.
And what did I say? Well, I figured out how to get her to hit a home run. All I got to do is say it.
Don't let her know. Just say it on the broadcast, and
Right,
that's
I'm
the good luck
not
charm.
going to tell her tomorrow.
2 bombs for her today.
Yep. That brings her and KT Lopp in, and that will end the game, I believe.
Yep.
So that'll do it. Columbus takes game 1 12-2. They take game 2 10-0. So not a bad night on the diamond for Columbus. We will go ahead and take a quick break, wrap this one up from Rocket Field, and then get out of here. We return to Columbus Sports Live after.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, The professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers. Having the right branding, graphics, and overall look to your business is vital. Luckily, there's Vital Signs in Columbus. Vital Signs Sign Company has been the four-stage choice for vibrant, eye-catching signage since 2001. From small stickers and leather patch hats to lighted pole signs, digital signs, banners, and more, Vital Signs takes you from concept to design to installation. Up your graphics and promotion game with Vital Signs. To see more of their work, follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company or call 620-429-3000.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Welcome back to Rocket Field here on a nice evening for softball and a nice way to end the night. Columbus wins both games here in the doubleheader, 12-2 on the first, 10-0 on the second one, and a team that we had mentioned earlier that has only let up 12 runs in their last 7 games, and tonight they let up, I'll do the math on that, 22?
Yeah, more all season. So they allowed more in 2 games than they did in 8 games this season, so they've reached the halfway point now. But I'll let you go ahead and go first about your thoughts on this spectacular performance.
Yeah, well, I mean, last game we filmed was at Baxter, and Titans lost that first game in what I thought shouldn't have lost, you know, but I think it was good for them to get there because they went undefeated. They had a pretty undefeated streak last year, and I think towards the end of the season, just, you know, when they started losing, they really started to lose motivation, but I think that they've gotten that loss out of the way. They're going to start to crank up a little bit. You know, I think both our softball and baseball squads are pretty tough this year. And with the hitting we saw tonight and a chance against a pretty good squad to perfect your pitching, it's not a league game. It's not going to determine CNC things. So I think tonight was a good test for Columbus to see where they're going to be in those bigger games they've got coming up against. They've got Colgan coming up next week, Girard next week, and then the week after that they've got Riverton and Frontenac. So several big games coming up along the end of the stretch here of the season, and it's crazy how fast it's gone by.
Yeah, spring sports really do fly by, but I'm going to stick with the game, and I haven't got out here to see these Titans play this season, but from what I saw today, that was a very solid performance. I mean, from the pitching standpoint, it was spectacular between Lopp and Aubrey Saporito. They were
Major.
I keep messing that up. Saporito and Major, yeah, they were outstanding today. I mean, 2 runs allowed as a pitching unit today, and they really didn't struggle much. There was 2 big hits really from Pittsburgh all day where they were able to score their 2 runs, and they didn't walk a lot of batters. They struck out a good amount, but in order to succeed, you don't have to strike out a lot of batters.
That's true.
They had a little bit of both. They struck them out, and when the ball was put in play, their infield was ready to make a play. They were down, and when it came to them, they were ready to make the play. They made all the fundamental plays. There was a couple outstanding plays. One that stood out right off my head is the play in center field by Katie Simpson where snow cone, spin move, chucked her out at second. That's the first one that comes to mind. But, making the routine plays, that's what it starts with. And today I think this just shows what the Columbus team can do all season, so that has set a new expectation for Coach Saporito of what this team can do, and now her standards are going to go a little bit higher for this team, which is never bad because you want to shoot for the sky, and now this team knows what they're capable of. When they play their best softball, they pitch well, and they hit well like they did today, they're going to win a lot of games. And if they play like this against Girard and Frontenac, it's going to be a dog fight, and
absolutely.
I truly mean that. I mean, 1 through 9 was hitting the ball well today, like you talked about the power half of the lineup, which that's why they're supposed to bat at the top of the lineup. But the bottom half of the lineup did a good job too. They had plate discipline. When it wasn't in the zone, they left it, and if it wasn't in the zone again, they took their walk, passed the torch to the next batter. And when it came to it, 2-strike hitting was outstanding today for Columbus. They had a good approach. Anytime the ball was pitched outside, they were willing to go opposite field. You see it a lot of times when it's outside. You'll see a lot of teams just roll over, and that's when you can see how well teams are really coached and how much work that this team's put in. I mean, all of it isn't put in during the spring season. A lot of these girls, I'm assuming, play summer ball somewhere, and that's what plays a big factor in it. But it's good to see that they're playing this good of softball early in the season.
Oh, yeah. Well, and like you said, expectations probably after this game are going to go higher, knowing what they can accomplish in a game against a good team. This is not – they're a 5A school. Yeah. Even if they are one of the weaker 5A schools, their record didn't show that.
Right.
So, even if they don't get the chance to play some of the bigger schools that are up near KC and things like that, they've still got some good competition down here, and I think we proved that tonight. But like you said, expectations are going to go high. We've got the harder part of the schedule coming up, and so you're going to need to play a game like this every night if you're going to have a shot at going up to that state tournament, which I know Coach Sapp and company have had in the back of their minds since 2019. They've had a solid group since that point to get to this point and to finally make it past regionals semifinal round, which I don't know why. It seems like every time we get there, we just kind of choke things and we don't get to finish the job. But Frontenac's been there 2 years straight now, technically 3 since 2020. They didn't get to play the spring season, and out of those 3 times, they've won it twice, 2019 and 2022. So we're just going to have to wait and see. A lot of big competition, and like I said, they're going to have to play like this every night if they're going to win those big games and sweep the teams.
Yeah, can't expect for a run rule every game, and I think that first inning really set the tone for today. They showed Pittsburg what they're all about, and we kind of talked about at the end of the first game. Maybe Pittsburg came in thinking that this Columbus team was a fluke, or what, they didn't know what they were. They're like, oh, it's a 3A team. We can just walk in here and beat them without trying. No, that wasn't the case. They gave them a beating today, to say the least. Yeah. And that's got to feel good for Columbus as do they play again this week? I'm not very familiar with their schedule, but
I don't know. I know the games that they play based on the games we broadcast.
Right.
So I know that they'll play against Colgan for sure, and then they'll play Girard on Thursday. But other than that, I don't know if they've got another game this week. I know they only had one last week, so they most likely have got another game going on Thursday or Friday night. But we'll just have to wait and see. I don't think it's a league game. I think they've only got a couple left. But any final thoughts before we close this thing out?
Yeah, well, last thing I'm going to say is outstanding performance by the Titans today to pick up 2 wins in a crucial series. And thank you for having me on here at Columbus Sports Live today. It was a awesome time doing broadcast with you, Carson. So
absolutely. We need to get the full Grand Brothers on here, and we need to do a 3-man brew.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure BJ's listening, so hopefully he'll give us a text or something.
Well, if he is listening, 3-man booth for football for sure. So that'll wrap it up for us from Rocket Field. We'll be back in Colgan, hopefully, internet-wise, on Tuesday night, and then, of course, back here at Rocket Field on Thursday of next week for some Titan softball against the Girard Trojans. Thanks, everybody, so much for watching and bearing with us through the technical problems. Until Tuesday, thanks for watching, and good night.
Columbus Sports Live is presented by Mercy of Columbus. Also by